On here, there's just about every pest possible. Pigeons are the biggest problem.
The main problem is pigeons.
We have a lot of pigeons around here.
Pigeons are not nice. They cheat. They eat things and they pretend they haven't done anything. They fly away being innocent.
And there's big trees at the back, and that's why I have to have everything netted like this, because the pigeons will just devastate everything.
These are all softwood bushes. They're gooseberries and red currants, black currants. And this is a bit like a room. My father in Holland had something similar and he called it the fruit chamber, which I think is rather nice. So this is my fruit chamber. In winter I feed the blackbirds, and then there comes a point when the friendship changes dramatically. Once the fruit begins to colour, then they're not my friends anymore.
All the normal insect pests that you would get.
Sometimes there are rabbits, pheasants occasionally come wandering through.
There is mice, there's rats, you name it, we've got them.
I can't think there are any chores, but I recognise that it's a pretty relentless responsibility. You know, you do need to keep on top of it.
To dig an allotment properly, it's horse work, and there's no way around it. You've got to dig it, and it's very heavy, back-breaking work. But the outcome is worth it.
And, you know, you can leave your husband and wife behind a bit as a widow if they're not involved. My husband now, I think, feels like an allotment widow, because he said the other day, "You're always at the allotment. We used to go for bike rides and we used to go out on our canoe." So, yeah, it takes as much time as you can throw at it, really.
I hate netting things. You always get tangled. The wind always comes up when you get a bit of net out, and I hate the fact that you have to do it because it doesn't look very nice. Otherwise, I like the chores. I like weeding. It's a very contemplative thing, weeding. Picking fruit. I love the fruit, but you know, this afternoon it was boiling hot and I was down in the strawberry bed sort of dripping, thinking, I think I grow too many strawberries. I'll have to make the beds a bit smaller for next year. But I always think that at this time of year. I never do, because it's so nice to have all that stuff. It's been a really good year. Although it started badly, you know, with the long winter and everything, things have really cropped well. It's more like the seasons used to be, you know. When I was a child, because my birthday's at the beginning of June, and this was in the south, it was always too early for the strawberries. But in the last decade, they've been starting by the second week in June, strawberries here in the north. But this year, they were more like they used to be.
And the other thing I'm going to do this week, which is also part of organic approach, is putting green manures. So I'm just cutting off a few mostly annual weeds, but with some irritating remnants of bindweed. This is where my onions were until Saturday. And it's still, whoop, there's a shallot I've missed. So this is winter tares, which are a nitrogen fixing crop. So you broadcast it and then just rake it in and pray for heavy rain. So that will make this bed with all these lumpy bits that I'm having to break down with the rake. That will make a much better bed of earth for growing crops next year. And because it's a nitrogen fixer, I'll probably put some brassicas, probably some summer cabbages and things like that in.